Hello there. Welcome to another episode of 60XP with Sixx and Zero.
Hello there.
Yes. We got a fan here. We got a fan. This guy knows what he's talking about. So in this episode, we're gonna be talking about everybody's favorite new series, Obi Wan Kenobi. Yeah. Sixx is excited about talking about this one.
I wouldn't jump that ahead yet, but everyone, I don't know. But carry
Okay.
on, carry on.
Okay,
Carry on.
95% of the people that watch this favorite series on that. So Obi Wan Kenobi. I mean, if you haven't heard who Obi Wan Kenobi is, you probably live under a rock. Everybody knows who Obi Wan Kenobi is. He's been what in the movie since 1977.
This series is supposed to be about Obi-Wan and his journey after 10 years after episode 3, when he leaves Anakin lying there on the ground,
Burning.
with those famous words.
Yeah.
You know, and we see Kenobi struggling with the Force. Most of the Jedi's are gone now. The Empire's running around, ruling with an iron fist. Kenobi's been hiding, like Cero said, just watching over Luke Skywalker back in Tatooine, being taken care of by his Uncle Owen. And Kenobi's broken. Like, he's broken after all the events that has happened. Like, we see a Kenobi that's not able to basically use the Force. Supposedly he forgot how to use it. He doesn't fight anymore with this. He doesn't use the lightsaber. All that kind of stuff.
He just goes in and works basically every day and goes back and just continue to watch the loops on there. It's very straightforward, but like you said, it's like his belief in the Force and all that. Everything happened with episode 3, just it shot him down and closed him out with all that.
It turned him apart. But you see, throughout the series, you see how he starts to remember stuff, regain his strength back, and all that kind of stuff. I still think there was a lot of missed opportunities on this series. We'll get to that in a little bit later on the episode.
Yeah, we can talk about
that. I do have to say, Cero, I'm glad that Ewan McGregor came back to play Kenobi. Hayden Christensen came back as Anakin or Darth Vader.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. He did a good job with that. And I do appreciate the actor. I know it was the writing on that. But yeah, like throughout the whole prequels, episode 1 to 3, he did a very well job. So I'm glad they got both of them back on there. So
we got who else? Jimmy Smith, you said?
Jimmy Smith's the senator that's watching over Leia.
Senator Organa.
Yeah.
Couple of new people in, like the woman that plays what was it, Rena?
Yes, the Inquisitor.
Yes.
Like
third sister.
Yeah.
That's when the troll with this kind of starts a little bit.
Yeah, because you could tell throughout the first couple episodes on here that of course Darth, the Inquisitors, they're looking for Jedis or anything because the Jedis are evil. You can't trust the Jedis.
You know who we are.
Inquisitors.
You know what we do?
You hunt Jedi.
The Jedi hunt themselves.
And so throughout that, they're hunting them down, and of course, during that time, I guess everybody knows how Darth Vader is not like Obi Wan Kenobi, and is trying to hunt him down. So it seems like Third Sister was trying to hunt Obi Wan Kenobi for Darth Vader to get that. So that's kind of how it all started on there.
So I gotta ask you, do you feel like the story, well, we saw the last episode now, and we'll get to that, but as we go up to it real quick, do you feel the story took a turn more centered on her than in Kenobi? because it seems like the writing was kind of off. Like I don't know, like it seems like so we have Kenobi and we have Vader, but our focus is gonna be more on Rena.
At first, yes. Yeah, at first they really pushed. I don't know if they tried to do character growth on that, which is weird to me because, like, maybe if she was like in the later movies, then maybe that would be pretty interesting to see. Like, if for whatever reason you see her in A New Hope and all that, then maybe that would be pretty cool just to see the backstory on that a little bit. But just for somebody to be in a little 6 episode series, and so you have her, and then after that she's gone. Yeah, I just don't see what was the point of having so much. Like the point of what they were trying to prove with her, they could have did it with a little more, with a little less time on her and more on. Probably I want more on Darth Vader because you didn't really see much on Darth Vader.
Probably you say less time. I would have said like maybe in an earlier episode, not wait so much still to reveal her. What on episode 5, I think was. You could have done like a little reveal on her, like on episode 3 maybe, and you'd be, oh, okay, it makes more sense. But they waited so long to the point that you don't care. At least I didn't care that much.
Really, like, I got the opposite effect on it. Like basically when she was bad, because the first scene on that was they had the they were showing Anakin. Yes, let the hate flow through you. But they were having him, kill all the youngins. So that was the first scene. And so I figured she was part of that. Now, what her objective was or what she was trying to do, maybe I wasn't 100% sure what she was trying to do. But you kind of got the gist of, I think, what she did. I think they held on because they're like, oh, they don't know what she's doing. But I don't know. To me, I felt like I kind of got it already. But like you said, with maybe you're right with episode 3 because of that they were trying to, I guess, expand that and grow that. And she kind of kept having her own reasons to do what she was doing. It kind of, I think, took the time that probably could have been used on something better, I think.
Yeah, like telling the story between Obi Wan and Vader.
Yeah, because like before like they actually meet and all that, they had like little skits talking about the past and kind of how Anakin grew with the trainer. Like, yeah, I would love to see more of that, even if it's in the past, talking about how the connection they have on there on that. So
I gotta say, we have watched like, have you watched The Mandalorian?
Yeah, no, I have not.
No. Okay. So here's the thing. Fine. This series, to me, it was more nostalgic, I would say.
Yeah.
In all the points that I mean, like, okay, so I get Hayden back, I get Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan. That's nostalgia for me right there,
yeah.
the nostalgia factor. Then I'm waiting to see like maybe a big production or something, since they got big actors coming in, like, oh shoot, maybe we're gonna get some big fight sequence or something. We finally get to the episode where first episode that Vader and Obi-Wan see each other again, and that was a disappointment, I tell you right there. Like, in the fact that, okay, I do get it, Obi-Wan forgot how to use the Force. He's trying to figure himself out again.
Yeah, he got his butt whooped.
And and Vader just burning him right there. Like, he threw him in the fire. Like, feel what I felt, And he's telling him, "I am what you made me." That was a cool line. Like, Vader telling Obi-Wan, when Obi-Wan says, "What have you become?" "I am what you made me." And I'm like, "Oh, that was pretty cool." But he throws him on the fire, and then they cut from that. Obi-Wan's supposed to be healing, and all of a sudden he's healed already, even though he's not supposed to be healed completely. There's a lot of loopholes, even on that episode. Like how Riva got so quick to the end of the tunnel where Leia was.
Oh yeah.
And who was it? Tala?
Yeah.
Tala never even met up through the tunnel with her. I'm like, how that happened? You know, it's stuff
that-
like that.
Yeah, like it could have been. They seem like they. Yeah, okay, I'm with you on that. Yeah, there is some scenes throughout that. Like to me, I agree with you on that. You remember? I don't know if you guys see the previous episode, but I think I was talking about Insidious and how I could never be feared from a demon that a little kid can outrun. Okay, Insidious did a wonderful job compared to what Obi Wan Kenobi did when Leia was getting chased by the three people. I swear, it reminded me like the Three Stooges and all that. Just how dumb they kept falling into like not traps, but like there's a branch right there that's clearly there. And so, but Leia is short enough that she can go underneath it, but the person just continues running straight to the branch. Like it was so dumb how they
And
did
then
that.
he's hitting the branch like he's mad. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't see
like the branch,
came out of
like
nowhere.
branch just appeared. Like I swear, I think they were blind. I really did because even then they could, but like that was probably there were scenes like that I was like, this is ridiculous. That's sad. Like I understand they're trying to make it so that Leia is persistent and hard headed and is a fighter, but that didn't make it look like a fighter. It just make it look like the three people that are chasing her were dumb. Just didn't know how to catch that on there. So
pretty much.
So yes, again, I like to, and we'll talk more about like, but yes, there was a lot of things that I was like, I shook my head, face palm, like this is ridiculous. I can't believe
There were some times that I was questioning myself. I'm like, okay, are they gonna break the canon or not? And what happens? Because you remember the part. Okay, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it yet, if you did, then keep listening. When Rihanna kills the Inquisitor.
Yeah, that was done too, but later on,
I was like, are they really gonna do this? Are they gonna go through this, or are they just faking it? Because he has two stomachs, so he's still pretty much alive. And I'm like, if they don't bring him back by the end of this series,
yeah, the
whole canon will be broken. They messed the whole timeline, everything. Which eventually they did. They didn't even explain how. He just said Inquisitor shows up.
He just came back like, yeah.
He's like, what was it that he said? Revenge is a powerful healing, something like that.
Yeah.
Motivator.
Hello, third sister. Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think?
And he just shows up again. But that's on the last, not the last episode, the one before that.
Second one before
episode,
that,
yeah.
Yeah. Which I mean, it goes with that, and it learned, and like there's another thing, like Reva got stabbed in episode 5, never healed, never got anything through that, but through episode 6, she was running around fighting people on that, and
she was already in Tatooine.
Yeah, like it was weird. Like yes, again, there is a lot of it's there's a lot of
things. It's what you call inconsistency in the script.
Yes.
Whatever they wrote. You left scratching your head. What actually saved, to me, the cool part is the nostalgia again, and when we saw Vader and Obi-Wan fight, which was 2 times on this series. That last episode, the last fight that we were all waiting for, it took us back to a little bit of episode 3 where, there and it could have been better. It could have been more glorious, I should say. I was not expecting much with everything that we already see on the series.
Well, again, like to me, ever since I watched Star Wars, I was always Obi-Wan fan. He's basically throughout the whole original 6 movies. Even though like the 2 of them he's a ghost, but hey, take it out is on that. But so I always enjoy that. So I enjoy the series. There is a lot of loopholes. There's a lot of like Sixx said, inconsistencies, or to me it seems like they try to rush it on there for whatever reason. It just seems like they're like, here, she's there now. We don't have to explain. She's fine. She has the Force. She made it. Like it's on there. But the first fight was hard to watch, but made sense because like Sixx said, Obi-Wan was broken after he defeated his, and I think there's more to that, but like with everything that happened in episode 3, basically everything he believed in since he was a little kid got destroyed. That's with the Jedi. He's one, so like all his friends, or I guess Jedi Knights that was with them, they're dead for the most part. His basically his best friend and his brother, he had to, in his mind at the time, he killed because he actually thought that he killed them. Which, I mean, yeah, if you cut somebody's legs off and have lava burning around all over his body, I don't blame Obi-Wan. I would think he would die too, but
you know, his leg and his arm and his burning.
Yeah,
I pretty much think he'd be dead.
So like that part, like you don't have to go down there. Like now, looking at it now, he probably should just went over there and stab him. But like, yeah, I can see that. Like, okay, yeah, he's a die. He's dead. I don't have to do much more. I can just walk away. So I'm not mad about that part on there.
You like that little nod? My bad. You love that little nod they threw on the episode, like when they're fighting on the last episode, and Vader is actually on the high ground.
Yeah. Loved it. I'm gonna talk about the fight scene in a second on that. So like I said, I see that, but that was hard to watch with Obi-Wan just getting his butt kicked on that. Like he didn't put up a fight at all. He just got his butt kicked. But the second fight, which was the final fight and all that, there was a lot of nostalgic moments in that fight on there. Like, what was the first one, his stance, Obi-Wan Kenobi stance, which is very famous on there. And then they had the talk like they did in episode 3, even though Darth Vader couldn't say the same thing, but Obi-Wan pulls out things and says, I do what I have to, right? Or I do what I must. One of those ones on there. And then Darth Vader, I think Anakin at the time in episode 3 said, you can try, you'll try, and then this one he says, you can, but you'll die, or something like that. So they had stuff like that, and then the high ground,
but in a cooler voice.
Yeah, I was good doing that, but yeah. But the high ground I thought was really cool on there. I really wish we would have said something, but it was cool to see the view of Obi-Wan and looking that Darth Vader was above him. So yeah, I like that one on there.
You know why? I don't know why, but when I saw that scene, I was looking at it. I'm like, I wish Vader would have said, like, in an alternate universe or something, like he would have said, "Don't try it. I have the high ground."
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was looking at Obi-Wan jumping and getting all caught up. I'm like, man, that would have been so cool seeing that happen, like in Vader's mind.
No, but so this one, after that, the second fight, I had no issues with. But they kind of, actually, let me rephrase, I do have issues with. I do like seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi OP, turn Super Saiyan, turn God mode, whatever you want to do. Something happened to him. I don't know what it was. I think someone.
Can I call it this? Can I say the return of the Kenobi?
Yeah, sure. Turn of the Kenobi. But it kind of changed how Obi-Wan Kenobi's like his fighting style. And also changed, like, even throughout the whole series, after episode 2 and 3, there was clear definition that Anakin was stronger than Obi-Wan. Like, they basically show that on there. However, Anakin's very hot-headed, doesn't really think while he fights, while Obi-Wan's very calm, and he's very smart in how he fights on that. So that's kind of how Obi-Wan, but in episode, in episode 3, that's kind of how he does it. He kind of outsmarts him. And that's when you go from, hey, I have the high ground. And Anakin's being hot-headed, he goes, I have the power to beat you. I don't care where you're at. And we saw what happened there. But this one, it wasn't like that.
You underestimate my power.
Yeah. Don't try it. But like for this one, he just went like no defensive, no outsmarting. He just straight up like stronger than him. Just stronger than him on that. And so that one was a little weird to me. Again, I'm a big Obi-Wan fan, so I enjoyed it, especially when he had all those 550 rocks behind him that he threw at Darth Vader. Not gonna lie, that was a pretty cool scene. A little OP, but hey, you do what you do.
And then the saber cutting on his helmet a little to the.
I thought, with the Rebels, I believe that did that, but yeah. But like stuff like that, I just thought that was a little. OP on that. I wish they would have had Obi Wan outsmart him again. But I thought it was a pretty cool fight scene. I like the area that they were at because it was all dark. So when they pan out to show all that stuff, you just basically see like the dark shaded of them and the lightsaber, which I always like that. I like the darkness and then the lightsaber kind of lights up the area a little bit while they're swinging.
I'm gonna go a little different on that. I think they should have chosen like a little different scenario on it, because it gets to the point that like the visuals are trying to show you like on the environment. I wish they would have done it a little different environment than what they showed. I'm just saying. I know you like that how it gets dark like that, but I wish it would have been something a little different than that. It's like that that third episode when it's so dark and he's just running around those that place with the sand and Vader burns him.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish they would have done it in a different area, and it would have been, I don't know, probably a little bit better.
Yeah. The only thing that I felt about the fight that I felt a little better about, and I don't know how true it is, and it may have not been right, but I think after the fight, when Darth Vader's back into the ship, he's talking to Chancellor Palpatine, and I think Chancellor says something like, not that you're holding back, but like it seems like you still have feelings or something for your old master or something like that. So the only thing I feel a little better about is maybe that Darth Vader held back a little bit because it's still Obi-Wan. But it didn't really match up with what he said, told Obi-Wan with the last conversation they had in the series. So, because like I said,
Yeah, where Vader tells him Anakin is dead.
Yeah. Which they had a lot of nostalgic or like, I don't want to say Easter eggs. I think everybody saw when they watched it, but they had like little things that popped up. Like at the end of it, Obi-Wan Kenobi calls him. Like he goes, okay, well now my friend's truly gone, and then when he tells him bye, he says bye Darth. Which, if you watch Episode 4 in A New Hope, that's what he calls him, Darth.
Yeah, when they're about to fight.
Yeah, and then also like they kind of, it's a little bit of stretch, but like back in A New Hope, Obi-Wan tells Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader killed his father, which in this fight afterwards, Darth Vader basically told Obi-Wan, says, you didn't kill Anakin, I did. So I guess it kind of like little hints saying, hey, technically Luke, he did say it. He said that he killed your father, so you can't be mad at me. But like they had like little Easter eggs around, which I thought was pretty cool on that.
But here's what I ask you. Like you're saying that about Luke and whatnot. On Episode 4, Luke says Luke didn't know who Ben was.
Mm-hmm.
And we see at the end of this episode, right, when he goes back to save Luke, because who was it there? Rena. She's back there trying to get Luke, but she doesn't kill him, and she redeems herself kind of, because she didn't go the dark side. She went back to the light side, if you can call it that.
Yeah.
Uncle Owen tells Obi-Wan, you want to meet him, like you want to meet Luke. And it's funny how he goes over there and the first thing he says is, hello there.
Yeah. Love that thing, yeah.
Yeah, that made me laugh. I'll admit that made me laugh. But then again, Luke didn't know Obi-Wan in Episode 4. So now I'm thinking like, okay, so now he knows Obi-Wan. So what the hell?
Yeah, yes, I'm with you on that. He was what, 10?
Yeah.
Do you remember everybody you meet at 10 years old? Maybe he met him and just forgot. Like if you saw him multiple times, then maybe. But okay, yeah, I see your point on that. And again, yeah, but like I said, it explains like why I do like that part that they had that little adventure with Leia, because it explains why Leia went to Obi-Wan in A New Hope asking for his help, because he saved her last time when she was a kid. So that makes sense. I do want to talk about his old master showed up.
Oh, you ruined it. We did have a cameo, and it's a cameo. A lot of us were waiting through the whole
They did it.
series, and they actually did it at the end. It wasn't as big as a cameo as I would have loved for, but hey, finally got to see him after what, almost 12 years, almost more than that. No,
Longer than that. I thought wasn't the Phantom Menace.
Oh my God, we're old. I didn't know we were that old.
I thought it was 1999. Am I wrong?
Damn, we are old. You are correct.
22 years. Yeah, 1999.
Just kidding. We're young. We're like vampires in the night. Immortals. Talking about a 1977 movie, and here we are still talking.
But yeah, he showed up. He showed up in the end, so that was pretty cool to see on that, and kind of because Obi Wan Kenobi, really respected him, and that really crushed him on there. Even though he defeated his first Sith in the movie, he did lose his master, so it was good to see him.
Indeed, like that was one of the ups of that ending. But all in all, I gotta say, Kenobi is not my favorite. It's still The Mandalorian, probably because it had a higher budget, or so they say. Is it a fun series to watch? If you want to see Vader fight Obi-Wan again, then I would just watch it for those scenes. I wouldn't waste too much time watching all the episodes. I don't know about Cero.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun watch on there. There is inconsistencies on that. There is some scenes that are dumb, but you do kind of get to see. I think the growth in Obi-Wan was pretty good. It's not as good as some of the other Star Wars things, and maybe I'm comparing it because with this whole scenario that we had on this, with the last several Star Wars movies, they weren't my favorites, and I'm talking about like episode 7, 8, and 9. So with all that going on with this, I was actually pretty happy with on there. So it's up to you. The fight seems really good, even though you get to see Obi-Wan God mode. That's pretty cool to see.
So we're just gonna have to see what they do next. If they actually do another season, I doubt they're probably gonna do another one.
I don't think they're doing it. I think basically they told them no, but I think McGregor's says if they would ask me, I would. But I think they're saying no. It's supposed to be limited.
So if that's the case, then so be it. We'll be happy with it. But yeah, folks, that's pretty much the episode we had for today about Obi Wan Kenobi,
the limited series.
If you like to hear more of the stuff we got, then make sure you check our YouTube channel and subscribe. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at the 60XP. The YouTube channel is Sixx. And you can also listen to us on Spotify at 60XP.
That's right. Well done. Well done. Well, that's it. That's everything in this episode. And thanks for watching.
See you on the next one.
Later.
Hey y'all, this is Cero from the 60XP. Hope you all enjoy. If you did enjoy, please like the video and subscribe to our channel, 60XP. Also, good news, we are planning on having videos every Tuesday and Friday. Later.